police running all in and out the building. What the hell is going on?
Raiders versus Panthers. And this is the game plan. Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? What's good, Raider Nation? We are in the building once again, and we got to talk about the game plan. Got to get it cracking. We in week 3, you know what I'm saying? And, hey, look, I keep running my lip, and I forgot to give y'all the Raider Twuan Brown Cracker salute. Remember, there's no Raider Twuan without the congregation, and there's no congregation without the Raider Nation. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Game plan. Week 3. Week 1, we lost. Week 2, we got a huge win. Now we're going into week 3. Okay. Against the Carolina Panthers, okay? Of course, there's some things that we got to look at. For those that may not know, the game plan is something that I do on a weekly basis. And I try to give you guys my Raider gospel on the keys to success. How we going to win the game? How we going to take care of business? And let me know down in the comment section your thoughts as I'm going slide to slide, giving you guys my Raider gospel. But before you do that, I need you to do this for me.
Fucking Stizan. Twuan, hey Twuan, hit that like button. Why? Because I like you.
That's right. Go ahead and hit that like button. And if you have not, you know what I'm saying, join the congregation. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's both of those are completely free to do. Just go ahead and tap that and get it cracking. And, you know what I'm saying? If you love the Raiders, do both of them. All right? Subscribe and hit that like button. Why? Because I like you. All right. Salute to everybody in the chat. We are going to get it going, okay? Y'all ready to hear the game plan for this week? I'm definitely here to give it to you. As I look for my slide. There we go. Bingo. Okay. So I look at both sides of the offense and defense. I also am looking at our team and their team. So the first part of the game plan is we got to look at the players, right? You know what I'm saying? We're going to be watching the game. We got to see the players, see what they're doing, seeing how they're moving. And, you know, this leads me to this. Players to watch out for. Players to watch out for. All right. So players to look out for. are, and I'll give you guys the ops first. I'm looking at Andy Dalton. Okay. And the reason why I'm looking at Andy Dalton is because Bryce Young, who was their starter 2 weeks ago, is no longer their starter. Okay. There's certain things that Bryce Young does. Just like any player, right? There are certain things that one player brings to the table that the other player doesn't have, right? And Bryce Young is a quarterback. I still think that he has the qualities, down the line to get himself together and be a starting quarterback. But they felt like they needed to move on with Andy Dalton. And Andy Dalton's strengths can possibly be is really throwing the ball. If we were going to play Bryce Young, it would be one of those situations that you need a gap control. You need to make sure things are good up front, in regards to that, because he can run out of there. But Andy Dalton is primarily a passer. He likes to stick around the pocket as much as he can. And that presents a whole different problem, right? And because Andy Dalton is a vet, he knows what defenses look like. He knows what, the keys that he needs, looking at the defense on how he needs to execute offensively. So that's why I'm looking at Andy Dalton. I'm also looking at Chuba Hubbard, who is their running back. We don't need a situation and Chuba Hubbard has not really been a solid producer at the running back position. But like I've said, like I said last week, it's one of those situations where we don't want someone that's not producing to produce on us. So Chuba Hubbard is definitely one of those guys that I'm going to be keeping an eye out on this coming Sunday. Another player defensively to look at is J.C. Jackson. One thing that I know about J.C. Jackson is that he's willing to take risk, and because he's willing to take risk, he can get burnt or he'll pick the ball off. So definitely that's someone to keep an eye out in their secondary if we decide to lean more towards our passing game over our running game. I talked about the ops. Now I'm talking about, the best team in the world, and that is the Las Vegas Raiders. All right. So this is a little different, and, I'll explain it. Some of these guys I got on here because I want to see if they take that next step or take that next level, or, if they continue the trend that they are currently on. Okay. And one guy that I'm going to be looking at is Tyree Wilson. Okay. Tyree Wilson is coming off into an injury and has been out. And we just got confirmation that he will be playing this Sunday. So with that being said, I want to see where Tyree is at in regards to him physically and whatever else it is where he's ready to go. Is he going to take that step to move forward? Is he going to take that jump to show that he is the player that we drafted and we're expecting? That's what I'm trying to look at Tyree Wilson. Sometimes it takes a little time after someone comes off injury. That first game, they might be trying to knock off some rust or whatever. But those are things that I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out on and looking at. The next person is in that kind of same thing. I know a lot of people were talking down on this specific player. But I just want to keep an eye on him because I think this is an opportunity for him to do well. And that is Zamir White. I think Zamir White against this Carolina defense, I think he'll be able to, the running game will be available. But it's up to Tyree Wilson. I mean, it's up to Zamir White, a.k.a. Zeus, to show, what's working. Ultimately, to be honest with you, I think this running game, I think this is an opportunity for them to sharpen up whatever they need to sharpen up for the potentially games ahead. Our passing game seems like it got a little something here and there, but our running game has been not too good. So if we can figure that out in this game and then have that moving forward, that'll just even make our offense even the better. So that is Zamir White. Now, this guy, like I said, there's going to be guys on this list where I'm looking for them to take a trend up, or, like the player that I'm about to talk right now, I'm really interested to see the consistency of this player. And that is Brock Bowers. Every game, Brock Bowers has been a solid piece. And it seems like he's trending up, but also I just want to see him have the consistency. Now, if we can get that out of what we got out of Brock Bowers the past 2 games, if we have that this game, I'm happy with that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I would love for him to have a monster game. I would love to have all of our offensive players have a monster game. But I just want to see Brock Bowers, the rookie, take that consistency. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that is a premium in the NFL is not just the flash, but can you be consistent, right? We've seen so many players be that flash in the pan, type of player where they have 1 or 2 good games and then you never hear from them or you never see from them. And I really want Brock Bowers to take that consistency level. Of course, now, look, I'm okay with the uphill climb, but I want to see that consistently. I don't want to see him here and then missing, the next time. So those are the players, again, that I'm going to be keeping an eye out on offensively and defensively. And also for our, the opposition and our, and the home team. Okay. Let me know down in the comment section, you guys, what players you think we need to keep an eye out on. Whether it's our team, whether it's the Carolina Panthers, let me know who you got. As we go to the next segment, we got to look at our defense. That's right, our defense. Got to look at the defense. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Shout out to my deacons that are in the building. Shout out to you guys. You guys know what to do. So, in regards to our defense has been playing well. And, I expect for them to do the same. You know what I'm saying? I expect for them to do exactly what they are capable of doing. And actually, this week, I actually have a little more on the defensive side than the offensive side in terms of the game plan. But I'll let you guys know exactly what those things are in a second here. All right. Looking at our defense. Stop the run. Okay? Shut it down. That's, and also, it sounds like I keep saying that every week, but it's the reality. we're in a position where we're giving on average 6 yards. And to be exact, 6.1 yards a carry on average. That ain't good. Especially if we have aspirations as a team and as this defense has aspirations to be in the top 10, if not the top 5. Gotta stop the run. Now, I'm not saying that there's major threats in the run game with these guys. I think Chuba Hubbard is a decent running back, but he ain't like Derrick Henry or one of those electric type of running backs. But you just got to stop the run. And I think this is where we can get some building blocks there, a time where we can actually get some action for our D-line to figure that out. And the first key is stopping the run. My next point on the defense is be disruptive up front. Okay? This is an opportunity, especially with the quarterback. Like I said, the quarterback is going to be in the pocket. So being disruptive up front doesn't help the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We saw a few times last week, you know what I'm saying, where the D-line was being disruptive and Lamar Jackson was a little off on his throws. That's the same thing we got to do with Andy Dalton. He wants to sit in the pocket. If he has a clean pocket, that is the best place for him. That's the best place that he wants to be. So, with that being said, we got to be disruptive up front. And not only tied into this, going to my next point defensively, how to be disruptive up front. Rush up the middle. Rush up the middle. The reason why you rush up the middle is because the quarterback does not like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can have Max Crosby screaming off the edge. But a quarterback hates when the pressure is right there in his face. Okay? And if we can get our D tackles, whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? It could be John Jenkins. It could be Adam Butler. It could be Christian Wilkins. You know what I'm saying? Whoever they decide to plug in right there at D tackle, I want that pressure to come right up the middle. Okay? Because we want to rattle this quarterback. If we let Andy Dalton just sit there, I'm telling you right now, he's going to make those throws. So it's important for our D-line to be disruptive up front, but also rush up the middle. Another thing defensively, and this is for everybody on the defense, stick to the assignment. I don't need you guys to be out of your zone. I don't need you guys to be out of your area. I don't need you to be trying to be Superman. I don't need you to be trying to cover up for somebody else. Do your job. Because when you bail on your job, then you leave a spot open. And in most cases, a good quarterback notices that and they pick you off. You know what I'm saying? They pick you apart. So, stick to your assignment. I believe this coaching staff, especially defensively, will call the right play. Will make the right call. So just stick to your assignment. And this is what I believe. I believe that if we just stick to our assignment, we can move on from this and say we can capitalize on those turnovers. Okay? I say this every week and I really mean it. We got to, every time we create a turnover, where it's a fumble or interception, we got to turn that into 7 points. Simple as that. Hey, that's what the good teams are doing. And that's what we need to do. Capitalize on turnovers. Okay? So I covered the defense. Let me know what you guys have, defensively. Tell me what you thinking, what you looking at. Tell me your Raider gospel as we move on here to our offense. Looking at our offense. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. So looking at the offense, there's some things that we have to observe there. Obviously, that our offense has been the weaker link of the three sides of the ball. And when I talk about the three sides of the ball, I'm talking about defense, special teams, and then offense, okay? We know that the offense has been the weaker link, and we got to shore that up. And one of our weakest points, as I said earlier, is our running game. So it's going to sound weird, but it's true. Run, homie, run. We got to solidify and gel this running game together. Like I said, it's so important because when we get to those times of the year where it's snowing and it's raining and it ain't looking pretty to throw the ball, we got to have a run game. Okay? One of the sayings that goes out is what do you pack when you go away? You pack your defense and you pack your running game. Okay? That's how we're going to be able to execute games. That's how we're going to be able to control the time of possession. That's how we're going to be being able to manipulate the game to the point where the opposition can't really answer back. Okay? We've got to run the ball. And like I said, their defense has been allowing the running game open for the opposition. So we need to first take a look at running the ball, see how that goes. Don't completely bail from it, because again, when you run the ball, that opens up your play action, right? And we need play action. That's how we're going to be able to move the ball deep down the field, okay? All right. Another point for the offense is use a quick pass. Okay? Don't hold the ball too long. Don't sitting there waiting, you know what I'm saying, and get sacked. Get the ball out quick. And I'm not saying a dump off, but I'm saying get the ball out quick. Strike it right down the middle of the field. Find your Brock Bowers. Find your the guys that are in your immediate areas. You know what I'm saying? Use those guys and allow them opportunities to run after the catch. Pretty much everybody that we have in the pass catching type of situation can run the ball after they catch the ball. If there's space there, they'll get it. You know what I'm saying? So use the quick pass. That also allows the offensive line to not have to block so long, right? If you're throwing, if you snapping 1, 2, how long is the O line blocking up? You know what I'm saying? Even if one of the O lines gets beat, that 1, 2, it's out of there. You might get hit after you release it, but still, the ball's out there. They're able to catch it. We're moving the chains. Okay? So use the quick pass. And, hey, let's capitalize on the yards after the catch. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. My next one. Attack the middle. I'm over here running my lips, forgetting the points. But, hey, I'm glad I'm saying it before, and I'm going to say it again. Attack the middle of the defense. Okay? We got people on cross patterns. Cross patterns. We got people just streaking up the middle of the field. We got so many options. Hit them. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Look, I'll say it like this. If our quarterback doesn't throw a 50-yard pass, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? If he's hitting them in first down, 1, 2, 3, first down, now we in the red zone, money time. Okay, if we do that the whole game, I'm cool with it. I'm cool, because remember, Raider Nation, it's not win pretty. It's just win. Okay? So if we just trucking along down the field and moving them chains, I'm all for it. Okay? And that's important. So definitely use your quick pass game, like I said, and throw it down the middle. Okay? That's what I got offensively. Let me know what you guys got. You know what I'm saying? Let me know your Raider gospel on what we should do offensively as I move to my next segment. Yes, we talked about the defense. We talked about the offense. And now it's time to talk about the coaching, dog. Yes, sir. All right. And let me check to see how many points I got, because I always write my notes before. Two points coaching-wise. I got 2 points coaching-wise. And my first point is make the proper adjustments. Now, when I say make the proper adjustments, it's not necessarily scheme-wise, but it possibly can be scheme-wise, right? What I'm looking at is personnel. If someone ain't doing their job, sit them down, okay? Move on to the next person, because we need to figure out offensively and defensively who are the guys that we can truly rock with. And whoever they are, we're going to roll with them, okay? So make the personnel adjustments along with your scheme adjustments, okay? That's very important. We can't stick to the game plan unless the game plan is actually working, okay? Every coach comes in, they got their little, okay, this is what we're going to do this week, et cetera, et cetera. But the only way we're sticking to that is if it's working and the opposing team still can't figure it out, because they're smart too. We start doing something, they'll realize, oh, we need to run this set, right? And that's where you make your adjustment. Oh, you thought we was going to do this? Okay, play action on your, I was about to cuss. Play action on you, I'm about to say. Play action on your beep, and we hitting you over the head. That's what we got to do in regards to the coaching staff. Now, I'll say this to give them props. It sounds like Antonio Pierce, our head coach, is about that business. There's been players that have been sat down. There's been players that have got switched in the middle of the game. You know what I'm saying? Some people probably didn't even notice it, but there was some switching going on, and it wasn't because, you know what I'm saying, of a set of play. It was because of the person that was on the field wasn't doing what they needed to do. So I'm with all of that. Make the proper adjustments, and I think that's also what will help us win games. Along with that, my second point, along with making the adjustments, is I need our coaching staff to enforce being aggressive. Being aggressive defensively, be those dogs that you say you guys are, and offensively, I need you guys to be cutting and slicing and dicing and moving and grooving and moving those chains. Okay, we got to be aggressive. Okay, I'm okay with shooting a flare gun, and what I mean by shooting a flare gun, just throw a deep pass. I don't care if you totally connect with the guy. You know what I'm saying? Would I like it? Yes. But if you throw a deep pass, that's what puts it in the opposition's defensive mind that, hey, they might throw one over my head, so let me back up a little bit. When they back up a little bit, then what do you bring in? You bring in the run game, okay? Or you bring a quick pass, you know what I'm saying, in short distance, and allow that person to navigate themselves to the end zone, okay? So coaching staff, I need you to make adjustments and be aggressive. This is the perfect opportunity for us to take those shots and be aggressive, okay? I see you guys in here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My next point is, and my final point is, these are my final thoughts on the game. As I remove this. Okay. So my final thoughts are, I believe this game is winnable, but we can't take it lightly. I said it on my brother's show, or not my brother's show, because me and him co-hosted on the 2-for-1 Nation podcast with my brother Eric from the SC Raider Talk. If you have not subscribed to him, subscribe to my brother. Okay. I said it on there. I said, if we sleep on this team, they'll put us to bed. Okay. I'm going to say that again. If we sleep on this team, they will put us to bed. Okay. I think this is definitely a winning game. I think we will win this game if we come in with the mentality of playing hard and getting the job done. I also feel like this, like I said, this is an opportunity to figure out what's going on with our running game, what's working, what's not working, who's the better running back at this point. I like Zeus, but if Madison is the better runner of what we're doing, then let's roll with him. And again, I think this is where I think our offense can build some confidence and some juice. Yes, of course, we won last week. That was a huge win. That might be also another situation in regards to coming off a big win, and then a team that we are favored to win. It could be a situation where we slack off, and I hope that's not the case. Like I said, if we sleep on the Carolina Panthers, they will put us to bed. And I feel like we have what we need to get it done, but it's up to these players to execute. And hey, let's see if we can get a winning streak, right? Starting early in the season, right? And I'm hopeful we do, because I think, moving ahead. I think we have a good cluster of winnable games. And I think that we can do it. So you guys let me know down in the comment section your thoughts about the game. You know what I'm saying? If you need to watch this over, watch it on the replay. If you're watching this on the replay, fabulous. Let me know your thoughts and comments. I do read those ones after the live or video. I do read those ones and I do respond to those. So even if you have a question or a comment, I do acknowledge that I see it, and then I might send you a comment here or there. If you guys have not also check out some videos that I just dropped called What You Do on Wednesdays. Obviously, it's not Wednesday, but go ahead and check out my video section and check out the past 2 weeks of What You Do on Wednesdays. And if you're curious about it, I explain it there. So definitely go watch it there. Please be an organ donor. Here at Raider Twuan and the congregation, we are advocates of being an organ donor. So make sure you consider being an organ donor. It's always in the description of my videos and lives. So definitely be an organ donor. I'm excited about this game. I think, like I said, I think there will be some guys that will step up and show out. And I think we can build some confidence in this game that will help us move forward. Okay. You guys know what I got to do. And I got to do this.
Fucking Stizan. Twuan, hey, Twuan, hit that like button. Why? Because I like you.
Go ahead and subscribe also along with that. Hit the like button and subscribe. All my deacons, if you have not, go ahead and check out the end video again so you guys can see what's going on there. It looks a little different. I'll say it like that. But definitely join Raider Twuan and the channel. We got some good people over here. It's a safe space for you to share your thoughts, your comments, which I call Raider Gospel. So if you hear me say Raider Gospel, it's just what you believe, is going on, in regards to the Raiders. Remember, you're a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. And, woo! Let's go. Actually,
Vamos Raiders!
Go Raiders!
And let's go again. Raiders.
What up, Lo?
most of all, winning football fields. Today is a day when our heroes of the past become our legends of the future. Time never really stops for the great. We wrap them in a cloak of immortality and remember what great people they were. We recognize you, Virginia man, his sons Mike and Joey. They were a football family, so that John could pursue his dreams. To Raider Twuan and a tribute to John Madden and Al Davis. We declare that the fire that burns the brightest in the Raiders organization is the will to win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madden family.
And I'm out.